Bonjour, ki bije wawa Indigenous, ozai ze makonto dem, gagwe gwek jiyung, Maniduabe Wiikinahmahgeh sing dunji. Hello, my spirit name comes with the Northern Lights, and I belong to the Brown Bear Clan of the Ojibwe people of Ebb and Flow First Nation, Treaty 2, in Manitoba, Turtle Island. The way I was taught for our culture, everybody is welcome into our culture, okay? Where we start is always in the east, because it's where grandfather son comes up, and grandfather son is representative of creator. Grandfather son and mother earth, grandmother earth, they work together to give life to everything here on mother earth. And the first medicine that my people were given by creator, Gijimanidu, the way we say it in Ojibwe, the loving creator, the first medicine we were given was tobacco. And so tobacco always comes first in anything that we do. If we want to smudge, you should pass tobacco to somebody. Offer tobacco. You want to ask a question, you want ceremony, whatever it is, traditionally, you want to learn a song, you always have to pass tobacco first. So tobacco in our medicine wheel, or originally we called it a medicine hoop, but today everybody knows it as a medicine wheel. That tobacco sits in the east direction, because where our day starts and all life starts in the east. So in the south we have sweetgrass. Sweetgrass we smudge with. And that when we use that sweetgrass in ceremony, it calls our grandmothers and grandfathers who are in the spirit world to come into our ceremony, to guide us, heal us, and direct us. And that sweetgrass is made of 21 blades of grass. They're grouped of 3 groups, and we braid those 7 together. That's how we were taught by our ancestors. So each 7, the first 7 blades of grass, are the last 7 generations. We have to be thankful and acknowledge what the last 7 generations have done for our people here today. The middle 7 strands are for the 7 grandfather teachings: love, respect, wisdom, courage, honesty, humility, and truth. And then the last group of 7 blades of sweetgrass are for the next 7 generations coming. Because the way I was taught by my elders is our people have to be cognizant of what we are doing here today on Mother Earth, because it has a lasting effect and it should help the next 7 generations. So we've got last 7 generations, 7 teachings, next 7 generations. And we braid those all together, and we smudge with that and call our grandmothers and grandfathers into our ceremony. And those 3 bundles of 7 also represent body, mind, and spirit. And it also represents yourself, your partner, and creator. And we should all be braided together to work as one. In the West we have sage. And sage, there's many different kinds of sage, but we use sage to smudge. Primarily we smudge with sage. So what we're doing, like same as sweetgrass, we're cleansing our body, we're cleansing our mind, our eyes, our ears, our mouth, and our heart. And what we're doing is we're getting rid of any negativity that we may be carrying. So we ask that sage, that sweetgrass, to come and cleanse us and let us think in a good way, see good things, and hear good thoughts, hear good words, and speak good words, speak from the heart. And that sage is used in many different ways as well. In the north we have cedar. And cedar we also smudge with. Cedar sits in the northern direction on the medicine hoop, and that's also the winter time, that season, because east is spring, south is summer, in the west is fall, and in the north is winter. And that cedar, out of those 4 medicines, tobacco, sweetgrass, sage, and cedar, cedar is the only one that we can harvest all year round. Because the tobacco, the sweetgrass, and the sage, come winter, will all be dormant and under the snow. So we're not allowed to go searching in the snow for those medicines. Because they're dormant, they need to rest as well before we can reharvest them when they're at their strongest, so then they can help heal our people. So that cedar never falls off the trees. It's available year round, so we can harvest it year round. That's why it sits in the north. When we use that cedar, it's a cleansing, same as sweetgrass and sage, but that cedar also, we use it for protection. It's a protection medicine, because every medicine that I speak of has more than one quality. They have a lot of qualities, and we use them in so many different ways. And we also mix medicines, like all four can be used together, 2 of them, 3 of them, whatever combination. But you need to have been taught how to use these medicines by an elder, so you have to go through a lot of training. But that cedar, as a protection medicine, we use it many different ways. Like, we grind it up and put it in the soles of our shoes, because there's people will use medicine in a negative way, and that's what I don't agree with. But I always protect myself from it. So those 4 medicines right now are in my medicine bundle that I carry all the time. That's my protection. But I can also put protection in my shoes, that cedar ground up in my shoes, because people use medicine and they can leave it on the ground, and you can step on it. Now you're bringing that medicine. It's like stepping on a piece of gum, right? You're walking all over with that gum on your shoe. Same thing with that medicine. You step on that medicine, now you bring it everywhere with you. And that could be in your home, in your vehicle, in families' homes, loved ones' home, wherever. Now you're taking that negative medicine all over the place with you. So it's good to protect yourself. And that's what cedar does. When we go fasting, we always take ground up cedar and we make a circle around where we're fasting. Everybody's different, but most people will fast in a tent, a little tent, like a dome tent, pop-up tent, whatever. And we'll put a cedar ring around there, and that'll stop any negativity from coming into your circle. So we also do that in our homes. People will make tobacco bundles, cedar bundles, and put them in the 4 directions, and put them over every doorway and window in your home, so it stops any negativity from coming into your home. So now these 4 medicines are very powerful, and they have a lot of good work that they do, as long as you harvest them in a good way and treat them in a good way. And to understand these medicines, that is the first thing you need to do, is just pass tobacco to someone who has those teachings, and they will teach you. Like this, teaching you about these medicines. Anybody can do this. Learn about the medicines. You're not gonna, for me especially, that's how I roll. Ask me whatever you want to ask me, but you won't insult me. You won't appropriate my culture. I won't be angry with you or hurt. I have thick skin, but I've learned a lot over the years, because I've went through it a lot over the years. I just try and deal with people in a good way and help them understand. So, don't be shy. But I get questions like, is it okay to smudge? Yes, anybody can smudge. I have people ask me, can I go to a powwow? Yeah. Because you're white and you have blue eyes and blonde hair doesn't mean you can't go to a powwow. You're more than welcome to attend a powwow. It's always about gathering in a good way. So, doing like all these 4 medicines, to me, that's one of the best ways you can start, especially if you're an ally, you're not Indigenous. So, if you want to, if you feel nervous, scared, shy, you don't want to insult anybody, it's okay. The first thing you can do is always come with tobacco and ask. Ask in a good way, because sometimes my voice cannot be loud enough. It hears better and sounds better coming from an ally when they speak with the same pride like that I have in my culture. So allyship, wow, like everybody can be an ally. Everybody can be an ally, and it's easy. It's just all you got to do is start, right? Do everything in a good way. Try your best